Well, welcome everybody. This is Rodeo Randy on the Yellowstone Valley Radio Network. I'm a little bit out of my element today, being that I'm a rodeo guy, but today I happen to be at the Agri Sports Complex for the Montana State Hockey Tournament, and my first guest will be the coach of the Miles City Generals and the president of the Miles City Youth Hockey Association, Coach Rich Lang. Coach, thanks for coming on Yellowstone Valley Radio.
Thanks for having me, Randy. Appreciate it.
Let's talk about how the Generals here got started in Miles City.
Well, the history of the Miles City Generals dates back to probably the mid 1990s, 95. A couple ambitious parents kind of got together and got the ball rolling, and through a process of having an outdoor rink kind of down by the city tennis courts, we ended up getting a lease here with Fairgrounds. They started this building, started out with a dirt floor, took about a month and a half to get ice. Season was about 2 months long, and it took another month and a half to tear down. And now we have the whole thing concreted. We've got a chiller, a compressor, and the whole process to set up the rink is about 7 days. So we've really streamlined it. We've came a long ways, and we've had a lot of help from our local businesses in town, ton of volunteer hours, and just a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So
yeah, this is a nice looking arena here. You know, I walked in here, and to be honest with you, I've only seen one hockey game in my life.
Yep.
And that was when I was in Minneapolis, the Minnesota North Stars.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago.
That's way a long time. Now you go from a nice arena like this, a beautiful arena, a lot of sponsorship. So how do you guys go about your teams that you have here getting a state tournament here in Miles City?
So there's a bid process that we do every year, and our Montana Amateur Hockey Association is kind of the umbrella over all of our hockey in Montana. And with our bid process, we select whatever tournaments that we'd like to have, and then they go through checks and balances and they award the tournaments to different associations. And we were fortunate enough to get the bid for the high school tournament this year, and what's nice, it's a 2-year process.
Okay.
So we'll have it this year and next year, and that way, it's kind of fresh in our memories, and it takes a ton of work, ton of volunteer hours to something like this off. So it's nice to have the opportunity to have it back to back, so we can take the successes from this tournament and move it forward to next year, and even have a better tournament next year.
And what's nice about, even though we're just getting started here at Yellowstone Valley 80, this is just a beginning for us. It's going to be doing the Generals play-by-play. Next year now we can work with you guys and play-by-play every game.
Yeah.
Like this year now, you guys got in your pool, you can talk about your play. You got the Miles City, obviously, the Generals. You got Bozeman, Zulu, Billings. And then on the other side, you got Butte, Glasgow, Salmon, Helena. So what's nice for the city, you got these teams coming in here that can help the economy, Miles City. So that probably helps in bit.
Yeah, and it's a huge boost to the economy in Miles City. So just our organization alone, with all of our regular season teams that come here, so most of them are coming here for a 2-game series. They spend the night, money back into the restaurants, and the local businesses, gas stations, things and whatnot. And the Chamber of Commerce actually did an economic analysis, and our program brings in $5 million every year to the community of Miles City.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and in turn, we can't do it without our local businesses, with their support. We're 100% volunteer. We have 0 paid positions. So everything that we do is generated from doing fundraisers. We have a huge gun raffle.
Yeah, I was there.
You probably saw the sign.
Yeah, I was there.
Yep. We do a big gun raffle. We do concessions at the Buccaneer sale and a fair. So we're hustling to make money and make hockey affordable in Miles City. We probably have lowest registration fees in the nation, just so we can get the numbers up and make it affordable to kids in our community play hockey.
And then when we talk about getting kids to play, how hard it is to get kids from high school. Well, let's go back. You've got Pee Wee League, midget leagues. What are the little different leagues? I didn't realize Miles City until about 2 years ago when a friend of mine, Will Higby, his boy plays here, was talking that he had to go to Wyoming or someplace. Where are you going? Hockey. What? So then he started telling me about it. So tell us about how kids can start out and then work their way up through college. In fact, your boys are in college.
Yep. My oldest boy is at Dorton University playing college hockey. I've got my middle boy playing in the NA3HL with the Gillette Wild, and then I have a freshman playing on the high school team.
Well, I already hear good things about Cody Lang.
Oh yeah, he's hopefully he has a good tournament. So we pretty much start building the rink and ice end of September. We have to tear down all this stuff when the season's over and set it all up again. So typically that's when you'll see our Facebook posts for registrations. And within the association, we have age groups. Kids can start as young as 3 years old or 4. And
3 years old on hockey skates.
Yeah, and all the way up through high school. So we have a Learn to Play program, which is 6 and under. Our mites are 8 and under. We have a Squirt program that's 10 and under. Pee-wees are 12 12 and under. Bantams 14, which I'd like to give a shout out. They just won the state tournament championship in Glasgow last weekend. So kudos to them. We also have a 19U girls program and our high school.
Maybe we can, while we're out at the arena and play-by-play, maybe we get some players and under. We can interview them.
That'd be awesome. I've got
we'll be here till Sunday
yeah.
in a championship game with you guys.
I actually have a few players that are double rostering that were on that Bantam team that are on my high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so JJ Ridenauer, Wes Buell, and those are the two that, so they play both.
Well, it's kind of like freshmen in basketball playing on A squad.
Exactly.
Well, your boys are freshmen on the hockey team.
Yeah.
So then we go from here now. So tell us a little bit about the hockey tournament coming up here, the state hockey tournament. How many teams do you have in there now? 8, right?
So we have 8 teams. We ended up being the number 1 seed. So our first game.
Your record was like 14-5.
14-4.
14.
Yep.
And so who is your toughest competition?
I think our toughest competition is probably going to be Bozeman, Missoula, Glasgow, Butte, and it looks like Helena right now is giving Butte a run for their money. So yeah, I think it's anybody's game. There's a ton of great competition from first seed to 8th seed, so it could be anybody's tournament.
So Bozeman, you're going to be playing them Friday night at 6:30.
Yep, we faced Bozeman, I believe it was right around Christmas time, and we had a 3-game set in Bozeman, and we ended up winning 2 out of the 3, but they were all close games. So I'm looking at our morning game tomorrow is going to be a tough matchup. Bozeman's got a good team.
So anyway, briefly, let's tell us about some of the. I walked around over here. You got some of these prizes that you buy a card. You can win raffle tickets here.
Oh,
Come on out. Tell us a bit about some of the
I tell you,
prizes you got.
There's some huge raffle items here. We've got 5 hockey jerseys, a couple signed by one signed by Alex Ovechkin.
Well, I seen that. Yeah. Well, he's only 9 goals away from breaking the great ones.
Yeah. So this jersey could quadruple in price in the next 2 weeks, probably.
So what do you think the starting bid on that hockey jersey?
I think the reserve on it was like $300, but it's gonna sell for $1,000.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
And he'll break that. Yeah. I think it's $890. So
Yeah.
So,
and then we got a University of Dort jersey, a team signed jersey, a Gillette Wild team signed jersey.
Your boys, right?
Yep, my 2 boys.
That's in Sheridan?
Gillette.
I know
and Sioux Center, Iowa is where Dort is.
All right.
And then Dave Weaver, who's the head coach of Montana State, donated a team signed jersey. And the cool thing about the Dort and the Bobcat jersey is they're both national bound teams, so they're going to the national championship for a chance to win the title. So, yeah.
Nice stuff you're out here. But anyway, as a coach now, let's get back to the Generals.
Let me get back to the raffle items.
Okay.
So what the deal is anytime we host a tournament is we have our families chip in, each, about $150, $200 and put it in a basket just to help generate money. I don't know if it's a luxury to host your state tournament because it's a ton of work, but it saves a little bit of money on travel and whatnot. So this is kind of a give and take to help offset some costs because it takes a lot of money to host a state tournament. Just for example, for an 8-man referee team, it costs $10,000 to pay for their travel, working the games, and hotel room. So that's a big expenditure. So we try to do as much as we can to offset it.
Good. And then speaking of doing here, volunteers, who are some of your coaches that you have there you like to give a big shout out that's helping you coach your team?
For the high school team, big shout out to Brendan Williams. He's my goalie coach. Yancey Lumen, who was one of my key high school players last year. Trayton Farrell, who's an assistant coach. And Miles Crosby, who's been helping out all season long. Unfortunately, he took another job in Minnesota and couldn't be here this weekend. But it took all those guys. We start first part of October. We practice 3-4 times a week. Games on the weekends. It's a ton of hours, and these coaches are we're all doing it for the love of the game, and like I said, we're 100% volunteers. So everybody from top to bottom is just donating their time for the love of the game, and they all want to see our Miles City Youth Hockey Association be successful.
And I see you guys are playing Billings Bulls first game, and then at 8:00 tomorrow morning, you guys are going to be playing Missoula.
Yep.
Then Friday night tomorrow, after playing Bozeman, it's a rival game. Then from there, you guys go Saturday, and then you guys will be able to have winners play consolation, and then the brackets, red brackets, and then the winners go championship game on Sunday at 12:15.
Yeah, we got a.
And anyway, I hear some good things besides your fresh boy Cody. Who are some of the other players that we should keep an eye out for the Miles City Generals?
Well, we have a fairly young team. I've got 2 seniors on the team, Cam Blocky and Tyler Mouche. Those guys have been the core of my line 1 this year. And we got Jacob Hazen, we got Liam Lancaster. He's a solid defenseman. Jacob Hogan. Top to bottom, we have a lot of depth this year. Like last year, we had an older team. We had 8 seniors that graduated, and this year with 2. But I think we just top to bottom, we have more depth. We have our skills are a little bit better, and we just seem to make it work and have really great team chemistry this year.
Well, the 14-4 back, the young team, I think that credit's got to go to the head coach, right?
Well, it's all about the coaching. An inside joke.
Yeah,
I tell the kids, I said, coaches win games, players lose them. They always get a kick out of it.
And I think we should keep an eye out on your goalie.
Yeah, Gavin. Yep. He's been the backbone of our defense this season. He's had a solid season, and he's doing really well. And he's just a sophomore, so he's got a lot of improvement to work on, and he's going to be a good goalie.
So you can predict the future. Do you more players you think might be able to get college scholarships?
Definitely. In the last few years, I've seen more Miles City Generals go on to higher level hockey than the history of the program. So we're producing some high level players, and there's tons of opportunity. Whether they play junior hockey, college hockey, a lot of opportunity, and I think Miles City's on the map now for that level of play, and there's several kids within our association that are definitely up for that challenge.
Good, because we'll be looking an eye out for him, because Zach Austin, he'll be doing the play-by-play for us on here, and I'm just filling in for another color commentary because I don't know.
Not yet, but you will.
I will after that. I think I know.
It's a really easy game to learn.
I think I know what dump the puck means,
Yeah.
so I think we'll figure that out. Well, Coach, thanks for coming on here, talking about Miles City Generals here. And of course, we got the Big Sky High School State Hockey Tournament here, out here at the Ag Sports Center, and we keep an eye on you, and we'll keep an eye on your team, and we'll be keeping updating all during the Yellowstone Valley. We'll be playing our games on replay, on archive, so people that miss it get us going. Just starting out here, we help guys out, and then we look forward to covering the Miles City Generals, talking to you, and then players of the game. We like to get them on there, and then hopefully we'll be here interviewing you as the state champions here.
Well, that would be awesome.
From last year, you
exactly.
guys finished running up. All right.
Yeah, we were second place last year, so we have a little vendetta against some teams. But if anybody listening wants some cheap entertainment, there's no admission to get into the games. Come out and check out some hockey, and
no charge. I like that.
Yeah. Well, we're generous like that. We want everybody to enjoy it, not feel the pinch. So come on out, enjoy some good hockey, and buy some raffle tickets.
Yeah, make sure you dress warm too.
Yeah. So if you've ever gone ice fishing, like I was telling Randy before, pretend that you're going ice fishing. That's how you want to dress for a hockey game.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming on. We look forward to following you guys this weekend. And Coach Rick Lang, the head coach of the Miles City Generals and president of the Miles City Youth Hockey Association. Thanks for coming on Yellowstone Valley Radio Network.
Thanks, Rodeo Randy. Appreciate it.